Hello, friends. Welcome to the Everyday English with Alex and Ava podcast, where we learn simple, slow, and clear English for everyday life. Today, we're diving into why English listening feels so tough for beginners. Ava, can you break down some core reasons listeners struggle when they first start?
Definitely, Alex. One big challenge is the speed of spoken English. Native speakers blend words together like, "What are you doing?" becoming "what ya doin'," and that can catch learners off guard.
That connected speech makes it seem like a whole new language, right? And let's not forget slang or contractions such as gonna for going to. These rarely appear in textbooks.
Exactly. Plus, in real conversations, we can't rely on subtitles. Learners have to pick up meaning from tone, context, and important words, which adds another layer of difficulty.
So, it's not just about vocabulary, it's about training your ear, like learning to ride a bike. Practice really is the key.
Absolutely. With repeated exposure, even tricky sounds and fast speech start to make sense, much like how you gradually get better at hearing lyrics in songs.
Let's transition into solutions. One essential strategy is making English listening a daily habit. Ava, why is consistency so powerful for language learning?
Consistent exposure helps your brain adapt to English sounds. Think of it like muscle training. Listening just 5 minutes a day builds your listening muscles over time.
That's a great analogy. Even short daily sessions with podcasts, music, or videos can make a huge difference, like watering a plant a little every day instead of flooding it once a week.
Exactly. Research from Cambridge University shows that students who practice daily, even briefly, improve their listening comprehension 40% faster than those who study less frequently.
So, small steps add up. Consistency beats cramming every time.
Right. And it's easier to stay motivated with manageable goals listening during your commute or while cleaning multiplies your practice without extra effort.
Moving forward, let's tackle a common mistake. Trying to understand every single word. Ava, why is this approach so counterproductive?
When you focus on every word, you get stuck and miss the bigger picture. In real conversations, even native speakers sometimes don't catch every word, but still follow the main idea.
That's true. Instead of panicking, listeners should ask themselves, what's the topic here? For instance, is it about travel, food, or emotions? Context clues matter.
Exactly. Imagine watching a soccer game. You don't need to see every player's move to know who's winning. Similarly, catching key words and tone often gives you enough information.
That's a helpful comparison. So, it's okay to let some words go. Focus on understanding the general message.
Yes. Over time, your brain gets better at filling in the gaps, and your confidence grows as you realize you can follow along without perfect comprehension.
Now, let's discuss a powerful practice technique, shadowing. Ava, can you explain how shadowing works and why it's so effective?
Sure. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it aloud immediately, almost like you're an echo. This helps you mimic native pronunciation and rhythm.
It's a bit like following a dance instructor at first. You're just copying, but gradually you internalize the steps. Plus, it boosts both listening and speaking skills at once.
Exactly. Studies show shadowing activates similar brain regions as real conversations, helping you process sounds faster and remember phrases naturally.
For beginners, even repeating short phrases can build confidence. Over time, you'll notice you can understand and produce sentences more smoothly.
Definitely. And don't worry about mistakes. Each attempt trains your ear and tongue, making you more comfortable with English speech patterns.
Let's move on to technology. Subtitles. Ava, how can learners use subtitles effectively without becoming dependent on them?
Start by watching videos with English subtitles. Reading while listening helps you connect spoken words to their written form, clarifying unclear pronunciations.
But it's important not to rely on them forever, right? What's the next step once you're comfortable?
Exactly. After gaining confidence, try watching without subtitles. This challenges your ears and builds real-world listening skills, just like training wheels off a bike.
Mixing both methods helps balance comfort and challenge. Studies suggest alternating between subtitles on and off significantly improves comprehension.
Yes, and this approach mirrors real life. Sometimes you'll have cues, but often you'll need to rely on your listening alone.
Next, let's address situations where you don't understand someone. Ava, What are some polite ways to ask for repetition in English?
Great question. Simple phrases like, "Sorry, can you repeat that please?" Or, "I didn't catch that" are both polite and common.
These expressions lower stress for learners. Native speakers appreciate when you ask clearly. They often slow down or rephrase, making things easier.
Exactly. Another useful phrase is, "Could you say that more slowly?" Practicing these lines in advance helps you respond naturally when you need help.
It's empowering to know you can control the conversation pace. No need to pretend you understand. Asking for clarification is normal.
Absolutely. These strategies make conversations smoother and build your confidence in real-life interactions.
Let's bring theory into practice. Imagine you're at a cafe ordering coffee. How does real English sound in this situation, Ava?
Native speakers use short, friendly exchanges. "What can I get for you?" Or, "That'll be $4. These aren't textbook phrases, but they're used every day.
Exactly. The language is condensed and direct. For example, "Nope, that's all," simply means, "I don't want anything else."
Plus, context matters. Body language, gestures, and tone fill in gaps. Even if you miss a word, clues like a cashier holding out a hand indicate it's time to pay.
By breaking down these real scenarios, learners see patterns and become more comfortable navigating daily English.
Yes, practicing with real-life dialogues builds practical skills you'll use in shops, restaurants, or travel situations.
Let's add an interactive element, repetition challenges. Ava, how does repeating real phrases help listeners internalize English?
Repeating phrases like, "Can I get a latte, please?" forces your ear and mouth to coordinate. It's a bit like athletes practicing drills to master movements.
It's also a confidence booster when you can say these phrases easily. Ordering coffee or asking for directions feels less intimidating.
Definitely. Over time, these chunks become automatic. You don't have to translate in your head, they just come out naturally.
So, listeners should practice aloud, even alone. Active repetition cements these patterns in your memory.
Exactly. And recording yourself can help you notice where you need more practice. Self-feedback is a powerful tool.
Shifting gears, let's discuss how to make listening practice part of your daily routine. Ava, what are some creative ways to integrate English into everyday life?
You can listen to English while walking, cleaning, or cooking. Turn daily chores into learning moments. 10 minutes a day adds up quickly.
That's smart. Watching short videos with subtitles, repeating lines, and even talking to yourself in English are effective strategies.
Also, try using one new English phrase each day in context, like describing your breakfast or your mood. Recording yourself and listening back helps you spot improvement areas.
These self-practice methods make learning flexible and independent. No teacher required every time.
Exactly. The more you include English in your routine, the more natural it feels, leading to faster progress.
Let's wrap up by reviewing what we've learned today. Ava, can you summarize the main points for our listeners?
Sure. We explored why English listening is challenging, shared 5 practical tips like daily listening, shadowing, and using subtitles, and practiced real-life dialogues.
We also discussed how asking for repetition is both normal and helpful, and how building daily habits accelerates your progress.
Exactly. Remember, perfection isn't the goal. Steady practice, and patience are what matter most.
By listening to this podcast, you're already on the path to better English comprehension.
That's right. Stay motivated, keep practicing, and celebrate your progress, no matter how small.
Before we close, I want to encourage all our listeners. Learning to listen well is a journey. Ava, what final advice do you have for those feeling discouraged?
Remember, every minute you spend listening brings you closer to fluency. Mistakes and confusion are part of the process. Think of them as stepping stones, not barriers.
And if you enjoyed this episode, sharing it with friends or leaving a comment helps more learners find support too.
We'll be back next week to discuss strategies for speaking English when you're shy or nervous. Until then, keep practicing and trust your progress.
Thanks for joining us. Keep listening, keep smiling, and remember, you're not alone on this journey.
If you like this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye for now, and happy practicing. We can't wait to see how far you'll go.